Hello, welcome back. And this is going to be part one of our Let's Do Some Writing challenge. Now, I'm hoping that you saw the last video and that you have now watched that short animation called Ruin by the great director Wes Ball. Wasn't it exciting? Wasn't it fantastic? It was really good. 8 minutes of just pure excitement. Now, what we've got to do is we've got to turn that amazing animation into a fantastic piece of writing so that we can then read it here at school. And yeah, we can see your great writing. We really missed that, and you're all really, really capable of doing this. So yeah, I'd love to see that again. Anyway, I'm going to make myself super small again, and then I'll take you through the next steps. So this is part one, setting the scene. Right, I'm going to put myself in a little box again here. How do I do that? I'm going to press this one here. Now I'm going to press that one there and that one there. And oh, I'm back in the box. Ooh, okay, yeah, good stuff. Right, so this is part one, and we are going to be setting the scene for our piece of writing. Now, if you haven't seen this short film yet, you need to go back and check it out. It's on YouTube or the Literacy Shed. If you type in Ruin on YouTube, you'll get taken to the short animation. So don't go any further if you haven't watched that animation. Okay, so setting the scene. So it starts, oops, gone too far there. So that the opening scene is rather dramatic, isn't it? And we are introduced to this world that must have been very, very modern at one point, a futuristic world. But now it's all overgrown, and if you look carefully at those the picture there, you can see how there's a motorway there. It's overgrown, and you can really go to town and really enjoy trying to describe this scene. Look at those tower blocks there. They're toppling over there. They're overgrown with vines and trees pushing their way through the windows. How will you describe that scene? I can't wait to see what you're going to come up with. And what a fantastic scenery there to try out your language skills. Now, eventually it kind of zooms in, doesn't it, at the beginning? So it starts off with a zoomed out picture, and then it zooms into the tower blocks, and then it zooms in even further. And I think this one sort of comes first, doesn't it? And if you look carefully on the building here, it sort of says Haven Nanosystems. And I think that's part of the story. So you might want to drop that in a tall tower block. The Haven Nanosystems sign was tumbling off, overgrown with weeds and rust. Yeah. And I think in the video, what's really exciting is that go to the video again and just listen. It's the sounds which I find really exciting. There's this clanking sound of pipes, and then you hear the sound of something being dragged, and then it gets pushed out the window, this thing, and very slowly you can see it flying out of the window here, and you can actually see the main figure. So in your writing, you can have the silent, but it's not silent though, is it? It's not silent. There's the sounds of insects, the sounds of summer, but the sounds of summer without humans, isn't it? There's this buzzing chirp of insects. And I don't know whether you noticed, you might have to go back and have a look at this. There was actually some birds that flew across. I think it's just before this scene. There's a flock of birds that fly across there. Maybe you could put that into your writing as well. You need to be observant. It's those little things that really make a piece of writing fantastic. So it's the sounds of the summer, and then there's this clanking noise, which obviously is not human, which is not animals. It's humans making their horrible clanking noises again. And suddenly, from the top floor, from the high up floor of one of these buildings, something is pushed out, and it tumbles down and smashes onto the floor, and it rolls along, and there's some dust that flies out, and then silence returns. Well, it's not return. It doesn't return, does it? There's the sound of some of those cicadas, I think they're called. The sound of crickets and stuff. Then returns, and it goes quiet, and that is the beginning of our scene. So just to have a little recap there, you want to paint this picture of a modern life, technologically advanced life that has somehow ended. And we don't know, as a reader, we don't know at this stage what has happened for this world to end. Society has finished as we know it, and it's just there, falling apart. The tower blocks, the skyscrapers, they're overgrown, they're abandoned, aren't they? Then there's taking us into this scene of Haven Nanosystems. What is that? And then the clanking, and then the crashing sound of something being pushed out and smashing onto the floor far below, and then the silence returning. And that is the opening to your piece of writing. It sounds a lot, but probably it's about 2 or 3 paragraphs, isn't it? Or just one really good paragraph. Be adventurous with your words. Don't forget to write with more than one clause in your sentence, using connecting things with because or so or even though and things like that, fronted adverbials. Yeah, suddenly. Yeah, breaking the silence. Yeah. Okay, go away and have a go at trying to write your first paragraph. Now, these slides, you will be able to find them on the website. If you go to the website, home learning section, key stage 2, you'll go down and it says competition time, writing competition. And then it's got all slides for video lessons, and you'll be able to see all of the slides. And this lesson is for part 1. Hey, go and do some writing and have fun, enjoy yourself. It's good to explore that mind, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go now. Can't wait to see what you've written. Okay, cheers. Bye-bye.